Okay, guys, part 8 of when I was a correction officer in the 90s. All right, so like I said, leaving off for part 7 when the sergeant was having, sexual relations with the female inmate. Well, like I said, his wife worked there. She was a case manager. Well, the word was getting around that Peggy was his girl and that they was having sex or they was in a relationship, and like I said, it had been going on way before I got there, but it was coming out because it was starting to be the norm. Like I said, after the count clear, he's right at, I give it maybe 15-20 minutes after that count clear, he was at that gate. And this had been going on for a minute. And somehow, I think they said his wife, because, he used to put money on Peggy's books so that she can get canteen and stuff like that. And so she can make like her calls and stuff like that. And of course, he was accepting all of her collect calls. This girl had his home number. Why would you give this inmate your home number? First of all, why would you be messing with an inmate? But then you got a whole wife at home. You giving her the number. So Peggy was calling. They had a time when she would call when his days off and things like that. And for some reason, I don't know. I think his wife either she got the oh, no. I know what happened. The wife got the phone bill and she saw collect calls and she was wondering, like, why are you having collect calls to our house? Who's calling? So they got into, they said this was what was said, because the jailhouse gossip is the best gossip. Just a little FYI. So they get it before you get it on the streets. But anyhow, and she had said that they said that she found the phone bill and she questioned him about it, but of course he lied. And I think Peggy, did she get pregnant? She either got pregnant or the wife reported him to the captain and said that some inmate was calling her house. So what they did was they traced it and they started listening to the calls, and some of the calls that they were getting from Peggy to the Sarge were very graphic, detailed, and stuff like that. And he wound up getting caught. And he got caught, and they had all of the evidence against him. He didn't go to jail. They didn't press charge. No charges was pressed or anything like that. He got fired immediately. That Sarge was fired immediately. Because one thing you don't do is mess around with the inmates. And after that, when he got fired, his wife, she was still, like I said, she was a case manager and she was still working at the jail. So can you imagine how embarrassing this woman was, coming back and forth? And I think she wound up putting in her resignation like 2 weeks after he had got fired. And she was from North Carolina, and she moved, and her and the sergeant had a son together. She moved back to North Carolina and she took her son. And that was the end of that. But he ruined his whole fucking career for an inmate. That, and then to embarrass your wife like that, and it was just humiliating. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. But stay tuned for part 9.